All right, good morning everyone. Today is the 23rd of July. This was from yesterday's. Not the best that I've drawn, but we still keep going, all right? And let me see. Yeah, so today we are going to draw Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. All right, let's see how am I going to approach this. His head. Here is his chin. Face. Here. Eyes. Should be like this. Eyebrows. Nose. Mouth. And neck. All right. Okay, so I have some news for everyone. I just told my supervisor that yesterday was my last day, which is awesome. What a relief. Last week I actually told him that, hey, I'm gonna hand in my 2 weeks. And then he was like, well, technically you don't need to tell me for the 2 weeks because it didn't even say on your contract, right? I'm like, yeah, that's true. And then he was like, you're still on your probationary period, so technically you can leave whenever you want. And I'm like, oh, really? So I didn't know that. You know, I thought you usually hand in your 2 weeks because you want to be a decent person and then they're going to find another person to replace your spot. But I guess I'm pretty replaceable, so that'll be fine. Yeah, so he told me that I don't really need to hand in my 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, so I can just quit whenever I want. And then he's like, yeah, basically. And then he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell the boss, just let me know whenever you're done. And then I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because honestly, I really like my supervisor. He's really nice. And yesterday, I was still dragging myself to work. And you know, I was literally thinking like, hey, maybe I'll just suck it up for 1.5 weeks more, and then I'll be gone, like next week. So I'm just focusing on his eye socket. Yeah. Anyway. Yesterday was so busy, and I realized that this weekend I have a market that's going on, and I wouldn't have any time to draw if I'm still working. And since I'm gonna have a market, not that I'm gonna do, you know, like earn a whole bunch or anything, but I think like I can still make some money, hopefully. Yeah, so then yesterday, I just told him, hey, I have bad news for you. And then I just looked at him, and then he looked at me, and then he knew what I was about to say. And then he's like, when? And then I'm like, well, and I'm like, well, I would like to be gone tonight after I'm done here. But if you really need me for tomorrow, sure, I can stay for one more day. But tomorrow the boss is coming in, so I had to second think about that. And then I asked him, like, are you okay? Because I know today is really busy. And then my supervisor was like, yeah, I'll be fine. You can go. Yeah, stuff like that. So that was that. It was peaceful. People were asking me like, oh, you found another job, or you like whatever. Technically I did. I have. But I think like the main goal is not to find another job. You know, finding another job shouldn't be your main goal. My main goal is to, work for myself. This is my main goal. My main goal is not to find another job whatsoever. Yeah. So that's that. That's a pretty big news for me, I guess. Recently, I think you guys, like my followers, subscribers, have been hearing about me wanting to quit for 2 weeks already. So yeah, I finally did it. A lot of the times, like when I don't like a place, when I start to not like a place, like I think I just get into a defensive mode, kind of. I want to like a place, but the stuff that a company does or the person does not really make me want to stay, Like, I'm an Aries, like I'm a fire sign. I'm not super, super deep into believing these things, but every time, once I know like this place is done, like the fire side of me is just like, yeah, it's done. It's done. You're not gonna stay there any longer, and you're not gonna give a fuck. So this is me. Let me see. I'm not sure where his eyeballs are on his second eye. Second eye, I mean technically his left, but my right eye. Yeah, so today I don't have to go to work, which is awesome. I don't have to work for anyone today, only myself, which is even better. And I think this time leaving, it's a little bit different from the previous times that I'm quitting. Like previous times, when I quit, I don't have any plans. Like I just kind of get whatever job that's available first. And I tend to not really like it because I don't know the company that well or like the people there that well. So I just tend to put myself in a bad position. But I think this time, like, it's not like I have tons saved up that I can just be gone for a whole year or something. I still need to hustle for sure. But this time, I think I have more of a plan of what I am going to do and what I will be doing. Yeah, so hopefully it'll all work out, even though I have so much more free time on my hand. Feels like I can waste all of the time. But yes, I have to keep in mind that this is the time for me to improve. This is my own time. I can't just waste it and just stay in bed all day like before when I was unemployed. Okay, so this actually looks a little bit like him, which is awesome. Let me see where his ear is. His ear is like right underneath his eyebrows. And right around his nose. So this should be good. His neck. I really like his expression, honestly. Today I was searching Inception, this movie. Because I just saw an ad that really looks like Joseph. So I thought about him, and I'm like, oh, let's just draw him. I think this part is a little bit too inwards, so his jaw should come outwards a little bit. His signature smile. Ah, I really like this, how it's going. Wow. And let me just, this should be his color. Nice. Okay, awesome. And now I'm going to just darken the shades a little bit. The shadows, I mean. Like this part, it's all shadow, to be honest. Sun is coming from the top. So this part is a little bit shadowy. This part as well. Yeah, so what's my plan for this time after I quit? I'm probably gonna do some freelance work. I think, like, I've registered for a course. I'm just gonna, test it out and see, and then later if I find it good, I'll update on you guys, but I just don't wanna get my message out so quick. So I'm just gonna do the course and, see how it goes. Gonna do some freelance, and also I am going to work at my previous workplace, like a running store, really soon as well, and also going to connect with an artist. She opens a paint studio as well. So, I have a full plate, and I'm just gonna connect with some people, see how it goes. And tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm gonna have a friend over at the studio, and then I'm gonna draw his portrait. So that's gonna be really interesting and fun. And I asked him, like, if it's okay if I record it, and he's like, yeah, totally fine. But I let him know that it's my first time, so yeah, when you have friends like this supporting you, it's just nice. It's just nice to have them around. I'm just gonna darken his nose area. Ooh, my paper is fraying, so. Nice. And ah, what a good day. Yes, so, okay. I'm gonna take a course about social media marketing or managing, I forgot. And then I have more time to learn coding. I have more time to draw and to paint, to create, basically. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty excited. And I have more time to read as well, so which is really important. Yeah, I think one thing that I have to be more cautious about is like just kind of mapping out my day, kind of like a to-do list, because it is really easy to let your time just slip out of your hands, especially when you have so much free time on your hand. Okay. Cool. And right now I'm just gonna darken it a little bit. Oh, broke. Let me see if everything's in frame. Yes, awesome. And also, like, since I ended this job, my time schedule, I guess, will change, especially when I start something new. So I'm still figuring out like how to quickly adjust. I think one thing that I don't want to change is drawing every single morning. I really like this routine actually, and you know, there are times that I feel kind of sick of just drawing portrait, and then there were times that I'm like, oh, I don't really want to finish this sketchbook because I want to start on something new. But then I heard in a video that like if you're going to be your own boss, you have to be 3 roles. Like you have to be the employee, like the worker, and you have to be the manager, and you have to be the entrepreneur, that the one that has crazy ideas, the one that grounds you. Kind of being the manager is like finish your stuff, and then the one that's like the worker that does the stuff. So you have to be all 3 of them. And then I'm like, yeah, that's actually really true. I think whenever I don't want to finish anything, the manager side of me should come in, and then it's like, hey, you have shit to do, just finish up what you're doing. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave his forehead relatively light. I'll darken the bottom part of his face since the light is hitting from above. And then since the light is hitting from above, the shadows on his forehead will be a little bit darker, right? So I think it kind of looks like him, maybe. I don't know. I'm drawing it way more cartoony than I like, to be honest. Ugh. I think his hair should be here. Does it look like him? Maybe the expression? I don't know. I'm just gonna darken it as well. He looks way older in my drawing. Why is that? Is he more bold here? I think so. Bro. It's not too bad, okay? Because I'm just starting to draw celebrities. Okay, right now I'm justifying myself, but like I'm just starting to draw celebrities. I'm not really used to it. But yeah, you know. Nice. Yep, I think I am done for this one. I'm just gonna write down the date. 23rd. All right, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.